wanting to be intense on?
I mean, we just practice every day. Our defensive principles, locking in on the defensive end. I think that the other night we played good defense too. That we held them to 57 points. And tonight we just had to do the same thing. We had to flush that loss, put that behind us, and just keep moving on.
And then Paul, obviously, seemed like the plan was to go to you pretty early and often. How much of a concerted effort was that coming in, and kind of what did you see that made it easy to get you the ball and be able to finish?
Yeah, they kind of their defense kind of helps you just roll into the hearts of the basket, and these guards have found me a lot today. I was just man open today. They found me a lot, and I just got a lot of layups. Made a couple shots. It was just a team effort.
48 hours after a tough one, what was the mood like afterwards to be able to go there in front of what sounded like a pretty sold out place and be able to beat a team that was in first place on the road?
I think this team was confident. I don't think anybody was scared. We took a bad L on Monday, but we were ready to bounce back right after the game. We wanted to get to the next one, and this one, we came and we showed out.
Yeah, we also wanted our day, our extra day in Miami to be a good day and not a bad day with a loss. So
it was a great day.
Okay, Tim O'Malley, go ahead, man.
Prentice, this is for you. They took a 2-point lead early in the second half. He hit a step back three, and then another three. Was it a feeling that, look, we can't let them get back into this and make it game pressure situations the whole time, because you guys seem to have control even when you didn't have a big lead?
Yeah, I mean, it was just my turn to step up, like Paul said. Like we just practice every day, and we finally open guys, and it just so happened that I was the one to hit the 2 threes. But we just want to keep the tempo right, and even if they're making a little run, we're a veteran group. We can stay level-headed and know how to weather the storm.
Any message from Coach Bray when you guys are 1 for 15 in the first half from 3, but you're hitting all your 2s? I mean, was it just keep shooting?
I didn't know that. He ain't even mentioned that to us. Because I mean, we're a great shooting team when we're making. So I mean, we can't hold each other back and say, oh, you guys are 1 for 15, so don't keep shooting them, because sometimes you got to shoot that 3, that rhythm 3, because if you don't, it just kind of messes up the flow of the game a little bit. And I think that our guys are confident in shooting the shot. So even though we miss them, we're gonna still take them shots.
All right, thanks. Enjoy the no snow tomorrow.
All right, go ahead, Tom Noy.
Paul, what allowed you not to be nervous and all out of sorts going home, and just I'm gonna play my game. I'm not gonna be worked up. I'm just gonna go do what I do.
Oh man, I've been here before. I played Miami and back at Yale, so this wasn't the first time being home playing against this team. But just being myself, and I don't want to get out of character and do something I'm not I usually do. So just play my game and making sure I keep level head.
Prentice, that's 5 of 6 you guys have won on the road. What's been the difference with this group going on the road?
I just think it's us locking in. We always got that mentality to get a road kill. We can't really, even though we had a hard loss a couple of days ago, but we still got to be ready for the next game, and just getting these road wins, especially at one of the top teams that are in our conference. It just makes our resume even that much better.
How are you going to spend your off night in Miami? You're going to bed early tonight, right?
My sister lives out here. I'm gonna go hang out with her. So
thanks guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Pete, real quick one for the guys, and then we're going to move on to Coach Bray. So real quick one, Pete Byrne. Come on, Pete. Okay.
This dude right here had a question.
We're moving on. You guys go. All right. Coach is going to come in. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Okay, Tom, you could start it up.
Mike, on a night or for a team that had every excuse not to play well, maybe feeling sorry for itself, 4 games in 8 days, how do you explain the effort that you got tonight?
And I told him, man, I'm really proud. And I said, it's the ultimate bounce back challenge to have to come down here after Monday night. And for them to deliver like they did, I think there's some special stuff about the group. They've shown it at times. Monday was really disappointing for us, but to be able to come back and do it here and do it fearlessly, and 20 assists, how we were moving the ball. So Really proud of them. And it's an older group that is pretty focused on, what they want to do.
Prentice got to head that look of the old Prentice there in the second half, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't believe there's a quarterbacking guard playing better than this guy right now. And then he just kind of uses his teammates, and then he senses when he's got to go for the juggler. He was fabulous. He has just quarterbacked us and really helped us. Paul, I thought Paul was excited to come home. I knew he'd be ready to roll. The first time I met Paul was here at this game last year, because he committed to us and we didn't have a visit. It was all Zoom. I never met him. And so he comes in and does that. And so, we're going to get some rest tomorrow. We're not going to go to a gym tomorrow. We're going to stretch out a little bit and see if we can get another one on the road Saturday. As
much as Miami's in first place and they were 8-2 and everything, did you feel like this matchup might favor you the way they like to score, but they don't really defend. So it was going to be like an up and down game, and you were almost able to play your pace the entire night. Yeah, I really felt good when we watched them. I thought, can we, keep them from making too many threes? We controlled the tempo. The zone really helped us because their guards that want to go off the dribble couldn't do it as much. And I thought we'd be able to score. That was we've had some clinic nights passing the ball, but that was one of the ultimate ones on just moving the ball and sharing it together. And when you're a coach and your team shares it like that, that may be the most gratifying feeling, to watch them share it like that. Thanks, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pete Burns back. Go ahead, Pete.
Pete's
Go
back.
ahead.
Hey, thanks, guys. Mike, you said in the pregame that this one might be the biggest bounce back game for you guys. I'm curious why you felt that way, and is that now the case? I mean, is it that important to you?
Yeah, I think because I really was very upfront and vocal with our guys on Tuesday, starting yesterday before we got on the plane. Like, this is the ultimate challenge of bounce back. I mean, if you can bounce back at Miami 48 hours after a tough night against Duke, I think you got something. And I think our leadership and our old guys were very focused on doing it. And I think they were focused because they were disappointed in how they performed Monday. I give them a lot of credit. But that's leadership. This group has ownership of itself, and you just get them some rest tomorrow.
So what message do you think this sends to the rest of the college basketball world and the people that look at resumes and things like that they're able to bounce back and be a co-league leader?
Well, you probably had to get one of these two in the last 3 days, right? Let's be honest. You had to get one of these two to, keep your momentum going for this bracket. And we did. And we did it the hard way, and we did it through a reschedule, and to handle it like that has been great. So, we're back in the mix for, what was it? When we were 4 or 5 games in, I started like dropping regular season champions. And I think they're chasing it.
Thanks, Mike.
Go ahead, O'Malley. You're muted, bud.
Coach Dane with just one in the second half, but that was as big as it gets. Stepping back and hitting that 3-point shot it's just at the point now where where you can go to when you need something that important.
Yeah, and he wanted to bounce back. We laughed about it, the other night, and we knew he'd be back. And he let the game come to him, and that was a senior winner knowing, I got to do it. And again, our passing was it was a clinic, and we've had many where we've just moved it, but in this atmosphere tonight, the way that ball was moving, it was really beautiful to watch. And we were we were hitting Paul on the roll. We were, hitting guys for jump shots, extra pass. But Dane's a warrior. You knew he'd be back.
Go ahead, Patrick Engel.
Mike, when you look at the last 2 games, how much of this are you kind of thinking of like, all right, this is what we wanted it to look like with better defense and more pride on defense, where that's a team full of NBA
even-
prospects, and then tonight, a
No,
team that
good
had
point.
78 points a game that you guys kind of both were able to hold at bay there.
we've grown, we've grown in that area, no question. The other night they scored 57. Tonight, we did a pretty good job. We keep it at 62. Now the tempo, we had control of that tempo. And between playing zone a lot and our offense that is a little more deliberate, offensive guys didn't get it back in their hands as much. There weren't as many possessions. I'd be interested to look at the total possessions. But we are more joined at the hip defensively, and we've been pretty good at keeping people from making threes, especially at key times.
It looks like the possession number is 60, just if you were
Yeah,
curious.
see, that's low. That would be really, really low. And that's good for us, and it started with Kentucky, where, your defense is, and this is a little bit of a page out of the Virginia book, right? When you play really slow on offense, your pack line doesn't have to be great, 70 possessions. And, it's helping us offensively because we needed some more structure and where to get shots. And that's helped us, but it's helped our defense because we are not, having to deal with it over and over again, even though I believe we're more committed in position and keeping it out of the middle a little bit better. Tonight was the ultimate. I don't think we could guard. I was not confident we could sit in a man-to-man stance and keep those guards out of the lane, which proved to be true many times. And our zone really bought us some time. And then they started shooting some threes deep. They started settling a little bit, and it kind of helped us.
All right, guys, we're going to end it on that one. Thank you.
Thanks. See you. Get your shovels out.